Your pain will
This one will soon belong.
I'm better.
Amount of my might. Grasp your mortality tightly. Gravity of the stakes. Mortal flesh is so fallible.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm gonna do a quick showcase of my Hydrosphere character. So I guess Hydrosphere is usually known as a utility spell, but it does surprisingly good damage and the clear is pretty nice as well. Since Hydrosphere does 100% cold damage, a really broken way to scale it is through Heatshiver. Heatshiver in theory is 130% cold damage as extra fire, as long as the enemy is chilled and frozen. I also got a really nice enchant on it. I guess nobody placed this, so it was super cheap to get. And it turns out it's really quite easy to freeze and chill even endgame bosses. For example, this build only has like 20% effect here, 50% duration here, and I also have anointed 60% duration. And this is pretty much all the investment you need to perma-freeze any boss in the game, which is pretty awesome. And since this helmet makes it so I'm split between cold and fire damage, Inquisitor made a lot of sense. Mainly because of inevitable judgment, which means I don't have to worry about penetration at all. It also makes damage super consistent. Other nodes are also not that bad. They give some damage, and Pious Bat is super strong regen node. The other way I'm scaling my damage is through the Annihilating Light. This staff also feels super strong. Triple damage is on par with going from a level 20 to level 30 spell. And the downside is surprisingly not that bad. All it means is that you have to get decent rares with good resists, as you can see. I even managed to use 2 uniques with no resists. That is Mark of the Shaper, just because it is a huge damage multiplier when you don't have any increased damage on your weapon. And also a +4 level Tabula Rasa. I felt tanky enough to use this, and this is like 40% damage increase, which is really huge. As for the passive tree, it's quite generic cold staff caster tree. I guess the big thing that I got was Corrupted Soul, so I really love this node with Pious Bat. What it does for 3 points is it gives me like over 1000 energy shield, and it also means that all damage that hits me splits between life and energy shield, so my big regen and ES regen start kicking in instantly. Makes me feel a lot more healthy. And for the flask I have Bottle of Fate. This is perfect synergy with Inquisitor, I had to use it. And also at Series Promise and Taste of Fate are quite good damage and defensives. But yeah, I think that's it. I'll show you a pretty easy Hydra map so you can get the feel. So one annoying thing about Hydrosphere is you have to keep proccing it so it like keeps casting on its own. But the easy way to play around that is by having like Vortex on your left click. So usually it feels pretty automated. And I also have Frostblink that helps freeze it. So feels quite nice. Also, even though I don't have any cast speed scaling, the clear speed feels also quite nice. And as you can see, I'm freezing everything, so it feels pretty safe. Also, Frostblink and Vortex deal some pretty decent damage. So I also have Ice Bite in them, so it generates frenzy charges for me. Helps a bit with the clear. The bossing is usually the best part about this build. Since the damage is really automated, you can stay away from bosses and let your Hydrosphere do the work. As you can see, the damage is really great. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for checking out my build, and see ya.